Good morning, everyone. This is Professor Davis. This week, you are going to be writing your literature review. I have posted 2 documents under week 3. I know we're in week 4, but as you can tell, I'm putting material a week ahead of time because you need to be thinking ahead as you're doing your project. So go back to week 3 if you don't know how to write your literature review. There are several documents. This is one called, and it's entitled The Literature Review and How to Write It. And this is the document. I just opened it up on my computer and I'm showing it to you. This gives you the reason why you're writing the literature review. I've already done a video. I think it was video 1 or 2 where I talked about this, but I'm going over it again. Okay, there's also a document that tells you in depth how to write your introduction, purpose of the study, research questions, and operational definitions. Those 4 topics need to come at the beginning of your paper. Okay, it comes at the beginning of your paper. So, and I'll go ahead and do another video about intro, purpose, study, purpose of the study, and research question. I've done this before, but I'm going over it again. I just don't want anyone to get lost, okay? I've also included a couple of sample papers where you can see some students who did a pretty good job of writing this section. It's not perfect. Nobody's section is going to be perfect, but it's pretty close to what I was looking for, the different sections, how you format them in APA style. I will not accept MLA style, APA style, okay? If you're having trouble, there are many resources online and in the book, if you bought the APA book, that tells you how to format. I'm really big, for literature reviews, I'm really big on subtopics. Okay, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But basically, let's look at this. Let's look at the highlighted, the bold part. The big reason on why I had you write the annotated bibliography. The annotated bibliography will serve as your literature review blueprint. Okay? Please do not copy and paste your annotated bibliography for your literature review. Please don't do that. Okay? You need to write a paper. Pretend like all those notes you took for the annotated bibliography, you writing the summary, you understanding how you could use that particular article or book chapter in your paper, in your literature review. Pretend that you are going to pull that information and you're gonna, it's like you're gonna combine all of your articles and make them make sense about answering your question, okay? So, I'll read the next thing. Hopefully, after reviewing all of your articles, books, websites, and other documents, and writing about them in the annotated bibliography, you should have a better idea what is out there already about your topic, okay? What research has already been done on your topic and the findings. The literature review is basically a review of the existing research out there about your topic. So you're going to give us a brief glimpse of all of your articles, and then what you're going to do is put them together. So it might be 3 of your articles have the same result. We'll put those together and talk about them in a paragraph or 2. You know, and what you do, you cite the authors. Davis and Peterson in 2018, and Davis and Anderson also did a similar research study, and then talk about their findings. So you're really looking at similarities, and then you're also looking at differences in all of your articles, and then you're going to put them together. Okay, so here, what you're doing is have the question about your topic you want to find out. I'm sorry, that's a typo. Has the questions about your topic you want to find out already been answered? Well, maybe it has, and that's okay. You might want to replicate that, or you might want to, hey, let me add to the literature and do this study again to see if I get the same answer to my question. Maybe you have a topic that quite frankly, there's not much out there about, okay? So let's look at this. Your literature review should be a group of articles, books, scholarly websites, documents that relate to your topic. So here's the example of self-esteem in Asian American teens. Okay, you might not find a lot of articles that specifically talk about self-esteem in Asian American teens. Maybe your question is, do Asian American teens have low self-esteem? That might be your question, or high self-esteem, and why? You might find some articles specifically about self-esteem that you should review because you need to define what self-esteem is. You might find some articles about teenagers today, but maybe a little about Asian American girls with their experience with self-esteem. So your literature review is going to be more about reviewing articles about self-esteem in teen girls, and perhaps you found a few articles about self-esteem in Caucasian girls, African American girls. Maybe you just found information about Asian American girls, period. And maybe there's a little blurb about self-esteem, and maybe acculturation if they have parents who have migrated here to America and they are first generation, and you might find out more information about that versus self-esteem, but maybe there's something in there about self-esteem. Anyway, what I'm saying is all your articles do not have to be specifically about your question. They need to be related. So your literature review will probably have some subtopics like this: self-esteem and the American adolescent female, self-esteem and culture. Okay, maybe not specifically Asian American culture, but maybe all cultures, but maybe that topic's in there. Asian American teen experience, okay, might be quite unique compared to other teenager experiences. Okay, so you see the articles need to be grouped together by subtopics so the literature review will flow. The literature review is building a case for you to do your own study. Your study will add to the existing literature in your literature review. This is why the lit review is so important. It sets up your own original research and you are making a so what case for your study. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it. I wanted to review for you for the literature review. It is due on Sunday, 3/3. You have this week and next week to do it. Now, remember what I said in my last video that I posted yesterday? You need to be working on more than one thing at a time. So you're working on your literature review now. I will be reviewing your annotated bibliographies this week. If I see anything glaring that you need to fix, then if I see anything glaring that you need to fix, then I will let you know. Okay, so I'll let you know in the grade book. But please begin working also on your methodology, because that is very important to do, because that's coming up. So I did the video yesterday about methodology and what you need to be looking at as far as that goes. Okay, figuring out what your methodology is going to be. Also think about how you're going to find your participants in addition to, okay? I will be posting another video soon, a little bit more about, maybe one more about the literature review to include specifics about the introduction. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I just feel like sometimes it's easier just to listen to me than read everything because it's so much literature, and I want to make sure you guys are on track. I'm going to be talking also this week more about writing your interview questions or survey questions. I'll be talking about that this week because that needs to be written, because you have to include that in your what you call appendix section, and you may have seen that in some of the samples I've posted. So I'll talk more about that too. Okay, I hope you guys are following everything well. Just really work hard on this literature review and really begin to think about your methodology. Go and look at that video that I posted yesterday. It's under week 4, and you can see it. It takes kind of the place of what I did the other last week where the video was cut off. But everything that I talked about in that previous video that was cut off, follow that information. Everything that you couldn't hear, I have included in the video that I posted yesterday. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.